The trait I admire in leaders, I wouldn't really call it a trait. I think I would call it a characteristic or a behavior. I, I define leadership simply as the willingness to act. I admire people who show courage, even in small ways, who step forward and say, you know what, I can help fix that. I want to change that, or I've got an idea about that. So to me, leadership is about that simply, and so we need everybody thinking that way, not just the person sitting in the chancellor's office, but everybody, the students, everyone to think about what does the world need of me today. And so I admire leaders who get things done, who do it through relationships. That's how I try to do it. Who do it collaboratively, but who make a difference. People want to know that their input is valued, and they want to see progress. So, action. I think leaders, to be most effective, they really need to know the people that are on their team, and I mean know them, and pay attention to those relationships. If you build strong relationships where people trust each other, it's unbelievable what you can do. And I think where we get in trouble sometimes, if we think the job of the leader is, I've got a title, I've got a role, I attend meetings, I introduce myself as the leader. That's not what leadership is about. Leadership is about, honestly, as I said earlier, showing courage and revealing parts of yourself. None of us are perfect. Every leader I can think of was deeply flawed in various ways, and I'm the same way. So being authentic and not trying to be something you aren't, I think, is important. What is the biggest challenge I've ever faced? I think it's hard to make hard decisions when you know that people are going to be disappointed. None of us want to be the deliverer of bad news. But someone told me once that if there's nobody mad at you as a leader, you're probably not doing your job. So that goes back to leaders make things happen. They take action, they make decisions. And everyone's not going to be happy all the time. But I've always found that if you think about letting your principles guide you, it's easier to make those hard decisions, and try to be consistent so that you don't ever want to get, there's such an easy trap to get pulled into, I'll do this for you and this for you, and then it's not equitable. So that's how I think about it. It's making those hard decisions where you know it's going to be unpopular, but you know you need to do it too. You know, I think getting feedback from others. Somebody told me once, Donde, you take feedback better than anybody I've ever known. And I don't know that that's true, but really seeking honest feedback and being able to give feedback in a way that is honest but doesn't hurt someone's feelings particularly. But I think I seek feedback from people, you know, does this meeting work? Is this the kind of meeting we need to have? Or is this the kind of agenda that works? So I think I've been trying really hard to learn from my own experiences. I think it's hard to take responsibility for when things go wrong. You know, there's a great tendency to want to blame everyone else. And I've had great mentors that I watched do that, own the problem, and I try to do that myself. But I would say taking responsibility, learning from others, asking for help when you need it. It's not a sign of weakness to reach out and say, you know, I don't know what to do here, and talk to someone. I just had a phone call this afternoon where I said, hey, CEO to CEO, can I ask you for some advice? I do that. And because I don't have all the answers at all. I hope I'm not disappointing anyone. They hired the chancellor who doesn't have all the answers. Here's what I look for in future leaders. I look for energy. Is this someone who's going to show up every day, be excited to be here, who's going to push me, to think about things differently, who's going to engage with a lot of excitement. I just don't want people who, if it's someone who kind of needs to be told what to do, it doesn't work well with me. I need self-starters. So energy is important. And when I think I bring a lot of energy, and I know that my positive energy can help more energy grow. But I need people around me who want to get things done and who want to push and who are full of ideas and create possibilities for what we can be. So one way I continue to try to grow and develop as a leader is I read a lot. I'm constantly reading books on leadership, and I've started sharing on campus, like little articles, little snippets. I just sent out my first one. I've got a new email going out once a month to all the leaders on campus that's called Vol Leadership. Here's an article. Here's a YouTube video. Go look at this, because none of us have a lot of time. But reading helps me, so I've got 2 or 3 things going at one time. I also am continuing to try to learn more about how to use my strengths. And I say that in the framework of Clifton Strengths Finders. I don't know if any of you have done that, but my top 5 strengths are strategic, achievement, positivity, futuristic, and maximizer. Everybody has strengths, and you try to use your strengths to solve problems and to lead. And so I'm trying to learn more about that too. So those are kind of the two ways. I read, and I love to think about that stuff. I used to teach it and write about it. So I'm still trying to learn to actually do it.